Spence vs. Crawford. Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford used Twitter as the place to air their dirty laundry to the public as fans wondered, is this how champions act? A back and forth on social media that is too long to put in its entirety came after a video from Crawford explaining his side. Spence responded in kind, and the wheels went round. However, neither got anywhere nearer to fighting in 2023. Spence vs. Crawford back and forth. Crawford began by testing the waters. I am pretty sure if anything I said were a lie, Errol Spence Jr. would have said something by now. But he knows what's real, but there are things he might not know or know because he's not the one at the table like me myself is. If he was so-called his boss, why I had to talk to Al Heyman. That's right, I couldn't talk to you because when I did, you said you had to speak to your people. You can fool all your little fans that don't know who you really is, but you can't fool me. For the record, I have a strong team. Why do you think your team was going back, asking why I want this and why I want that put in the contract? The funny thing is, you knew the fight wasn't going to be this year. Your *** was on vacation with your family. At the same time, my team and I were trying to make a fight for November when you weren't even in the gym. It was September, and you all were dragging it out to blame me. It's okay. As I said, I've been ready since I came into this division. All I've heard was excuse after excuse. You took the easy road. I am on the wrong side of the street. Why do I want this in the contract and now fight next year? Spence vs. Crawford feud continues. Spence said, Crawford wanted to know if revenues from the fight would be placed into a mutually agreeable account and only be released upon all parties' agreement. My team said yes, before adding, you're capping again. Not sept. It was for October 2nd. I went for my oldest birthday. He was dragging cause you had the Black Prime PPV you were talking to. I've been doing all the heavy lifting. I cleared a way for him, for Porter was semi-retired. Look at the fight Porter had before Buck and Kell Brook was overdone. Then, as Crawford justified signing with Black Prime for a December 10th clash with David Avanesian, the welterweight champion let a big cat out of the bag. He revealed to the world that WBC, IBF, and WBA champion Spence watches his boxing streams on an illegal firestick. As both men are attempting to sell all their forthcoming fights as pay-per-view, it's a revelation that one of the world's top pound-for-pound stars isn't paying his share. The Texas native heard his name mentioned as Crawford explained how their conversation went about getting their share of any future PPV revenue. Errol Spence Jr. and his firestick. I said, man, we got people who are buying the fight, stealing the fight. They got the firesticks, said Crawford. The Omaha man said. Spence laughed and responded, man, I got a firestick too. Crawford contained. See, I am like, man, ain't nobody really like buying, you know what I mean, pay-per-views no more. I said, man, we get this upfront money, and we good. The answer to the dilemma after Crawford had made the almighty slip up is that both fighters should try to get money up front for a future fight. But since Crawford's public video, the back and forth between the pair has intensified, and not in a good way. All money, not good money. I asked him where the $50 million was coming from. Who is over the hedge fund and putting the money up? I think we all need to meet in person, said Spence. PBC took fire from Crawford over their handling of the situation under Al Heyman. But as far back as a few weeks ago, Floyd Mayweather told a group of reporters that the fight was dead. Nebraska's three-division champion didn't mention that when going over his dealings. It's thought the Avanesian bout could have been in the pipeline from then. After Crawford defeated Sean Porter in Las Vegas, all eyes turned to Spence. They had ample time to do a deal when Crawford left Top Rank. Now the fans are left as the ones who have to pick up the pieces. The winner of Crawford vs. Avanesian will be in the driving seat once they have the WBO belt on December 11th. However, Spence could easily walk away with his 3 titles or move up in weight. A lot can happen between now and the spring regarding Spence vs. Crawford.